Good morning, boys and girls. Welcome back to Writer's Workshop. And I hope everybody had a nice weekend and got to do something a little bit fun. But today is Monday and it starts a new week for us, a new week of virtual learning. And we are going to continue where we left off in our new writing unit, right? So last week we started a brand new writing unit where we were doing fiction writing. And as you guys already know, in fiction writing, we get to make up the story. And as the writer, you get to make up what happens. So we already did our first two steps last week. At the beginning of the week, you guys all started inventing characters, right? Remember, you gave your character a name and you said where they live and a fun fact. And then later in the week, we moved on to getting your character into trouble and coming up with a problem, right? And you guys thought of a problem that made sense for your character. So today we are going to continue. And what do you think we're going to do now that our character has a problem? Maybe we should solve it, right? We get our characters into trouble and now we have to get them out of trouble. Okay, so that is the next step in our writing process right now. So I'm going to teach you how we're going to do that. And there's 3 steps to how we're going to solve our character's problem. Okay, the first step is we are going to reread the trouble that we got them into, that we already wrote. The next step is we're going to think about, if I had this problem, how would I solve it? And then the last step is we're going to figure out how the character is going to solve it. Okay? So we're going to work through my example, doing all 3 of those steps together, kind of together. And then you guys are going to go try it on your own. Okay? So remember, I said step 1 was to reread the problem that we already wrote. So let's reread my work. One day, Junior really wanted to make pizza, but he only had dough. He looked everywhere for some tomato sauce and cheese, but he couldn't find any. Okay, so I reread my problem, and now I'm remembering that the problem is that Junior really wants to make pizza, and he does not have all of the ingredients. So now I'm going to move on to step 2. How would I solve this problem in real life? Let me think for a second. If I really wanted to make pizza, but I didn't have tomato sauce and cheese. Oh, but wait a second. I do have the dough. So maybe I would make a different kind of pizza. I like all kinds of pizza. It doesn't just have to be the kind with sauce and cheese. I could put something different on the dough and make a different kind of pizza. I think that's what I would do. Okay, so now I'm going to do step 3 and see how Junior would solve it. So I'm thinking about what Junior might have in his fridge and what he might like to put on a pizza other than tomato sauce and cheese. I know. This might not sound good to everyone, but maybe in Junior's house, he has some peanut butter and jelly. And he can put the peanut butter and jelly on the dough to make a peanut butter and jelly pizza. What do you guys think? I think it'll work. I think it's great. Okay, so now that I thought of a way to solve this problem, what's the next thing I'm going to do? I thought about it. I said it out loud. So now I'm going to go draw it. Okay, so here is my drawing of Junior coming up with an idea to solve his problem. And here is my drawing of the peanut butter and jelly, the different ingredients he could use to make a pizza. I thought about it. I said it. I drew it. So now it's time to write. Okay, so here's Miss McGuire. Okay, guys, I got it. Let's see. Also, when I was writing, I thought about using a transition word, right? When we're writing a story, we have to use those transition words so we know what happens in the story and we make it sound smooth, right? And we want to use our story language. So here's what I wrote. Then Junior had an idea. You like my transition word there, guys? That's then. Then Junior had an idea. He could use different ingredients to make a pizza. Junior found peanut butter and jelly to put on the dough. All right, guys, I solved my problem in my story. I reread what the trouble is that I got my character into last week. I thought about how I would solve the problem in real life if it happened to me. And then I figured out how my character would solve the problem. Not everybody in the world's going to like peanut butter and jelly pizza, but that's okay because I am the fiction writer and I get to make up the story. So I can't wait to see how you all solve the problems that you got your characters into. Remember, finish your work and then upload it onto your Google Classroom so that your teachers in your classes can see. And if you're in my class, I can't wait to see everyone's work later today. All right, good luck, first graders.